Hello.
We're live. Oh, Jesus. It was already 4 seconds in and it didn't do anything. Good morning.
We're here. We've been trying to research some questions for y'all before we got on the air. So we might sound like we know what we're doing.
Yeah, Carl, you can ask anything. Hopefully, we could figure it out. Not everything is up to date and known. That kind of makes it more difficult with cold readings, but
Mm-hmm.
I seen Israel was protesting Netanyahu.
Yes.
There was a big sign up there, something about praising Biden. I'm like, oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's gonna have to go.
Yes.
You can't see me. What do you
I
mean?
can. You there?
Deanne says I can't see you. Hello, Mary.
Can you see me?
I
Or
can
did
see. Yeah.
did I comb my hair for no reason whatsoever?
Oh, Deanne was blank for a bit. She's getting
Oh. Well,
that.
the big question everybody thought they might want to ask today, they don't have to ask now.
Yep. Orange
That
mask.
one didn't hear.
Orange mask, guilty on all counts. Oh, it's sad. I was frustrated. It's like guilty on all counts, and all my MAGA friends on Facebook are like, oh, I'm still voting for him. I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Just want to scream.
Well, he's just going to take a whole bunch of them down with him.
Yeah. Down with MAGA, down with the GOP.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some polling. Independent source that said 49% of independents will not vote for Trump, and 15% of Republicans will not vote for him because of the verdict.
Mm-hmm.
That's a huge chunk.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
If
But it
you
depends on what city you live in. A state where it matters. In Texas, it matters if we can get Texas to vote, the Democrats to get out to vote. But um, and if Texas went against him, then he would definitely be in big time trouble because there's no way he can make the electoral college with the. And I don't consider Wisconsin sparsely populated because I've been there, but just not that big, so not that many people. But it gets rid of all that. The Great Plains states that have 6 voters and get all of their electoral college thing counted, just like I do.
yeah, yeah, I'm not worried about it. That's very true. Very close there, Earth Mama.
Mm-hmm. And we just need to keep thinking that and quit worrying about the fact he lied and said he raised $34 million that first day.
Yeah, everything's a lie.
Well, I can tell you, working donations, you'll get a lot of low dollar donations at first, but they've been begging them out of them for 4 years. And there comes a point where those people say, I have no more. You know,
Mm.
um, I've, I think there are a lot of truly, well, I've seen people in churches where I was at the church to have a candidate be able to introduce himself around, not from the pulpit, so it wasn't against the law. But I watched people that didn't have the money to do it go down and throw money in for the ministers. So
Um, yeah, there was people already trying to supposedly dox the jurors. I don't think they found them yet, but calling for violence against them and all that. It's just so sad. It's wrong.
mm-hmm.
Republicans are shocked.
They're not.
That's a good
Think-
thing.
think-
It's a good thing to have more time to think about it, but people do get are busy with their lives, and they do get a little more engaged when it gets closer. Start watching the news when you got to make your vote, but
Mhm.
it's still a ways away.
Mom says you got the contract for Dallas. Congratulations.
Okay. Lots of questions popped in here. Oh, that's right. Hunter Biden starts tomorrow.
Yep.
Ugh.
We have a question about Cleta Mitchell. You marked it.
Yeah, she's running around being her normal.
She's one of those people that has I don't believe in hell, but I think if there is one, she's got her own niche.
She's got her own seat at the table.
Yeah. Cleta goes here.
Now work for Trump back to push hate. Okay.
Mhm. I've always I found hate isn't something you definitely need to push. Excuse me. I've been breathing unfiltered springtime air because my power went out last week at 5 in the morning on Tuesday morning and didn't come back till Friday. So
Good times.
yeah,
Living in the dock.
living in the dock, living in the pollen.
Oh, peoples. First time we got a ton of questions right off the bat in a long time. Hi, Debbie. Thank you. Cleta Mitchell. What's going to happen?
Oh, okay.
The devil, all about the greed and offers.
Mhm. I asked if it was going to be a good fall for her, and it's going to be good for her paycheck. Lots of money.
Yep, that's what
And
I'm
she
getting.
Sit there and play queen of whatever, and it's taking a big burden off her. It's going to take a big burden off her back. She's going to work towards the goal she's going to work for, and she's going to work for the Trumpster. So,
What I was sensing at first is that she totally doesn't believe all this stuff.
mm-hmm.
She probably is a hardline Republican, but I don't think she believes totally what she's doing. But she went all in on the offer for money.
Mm-hmm.
I think there is going to be a downfall of her of sorts. Like money's going to be drying up some because I got a Ten of Swords coming in, Queen of Swords, and the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a feeling of like good triumphs over evil kind of thing coming in here. So like what she's doing, it might start drying up. The money. She may have to leave at some point because I see the prosperity drying up and then having a choice to make a change for a different position.
Yeah, she's.
I have no justice kind of cards coming in, on this situation.
It's hard to get the string pullers. It's easier to see the puppet than it is the strings.
Yeah, I think everything she was been doing is just for money.
Yeah, that's all I got is it's for money. And then I asked if it was going to be the last round for her career, and it said no, that she's still going to hang in there. So
yeah, I seen another opportunity here in the cards coming up after this dries up. That would suggest that the Trump PACs are going to be out of commission soon.
Yeah, but hate's never out of commission if she's pushing hate. I don't know why you have to push it. As far as I've been ever able to tell, people who hate. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good Lord. EU. I still don't understand how parliamentary system works. But it goes on percentage and then it's a coalition government thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they can form whenever they need to. They're not locked into 4 years. So if it all sorts falls apart, I mean, if things can't get done, who's ever in charge, just like what they're doing in England. England's going to have its parliamentary election on July 4th.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that.
And he's, as of today, there is no parliament in England. Everybody has to go back and fight for their seat again. And everybody thought he'd wait till October, including the people on the ground. And there's a lot of people who say that a lot of the speaking of old movements coming back, old Brexit people are starting to raise their heads and say, it's not been so bad. Look at what's happening in Europe. And to some extent, with France and Germany being on each other's case. And that's more the difference in the personalities of the two leaders. But
so, how many?
I'm going to see if it's going to change the balance of power, because I don't really know the numbers over there.
It does feel like less.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think more light, more angelic, more healing and happiness time people are going to be coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got my light card, my angelic card, and then the hermit. But the hermit can be seeing mistakes before and seeing illumination. So that's my past position.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good things there. And then the King of Swords, the Nine of Coins, and then the Lost card. So I would say that that's meaning the promises made by the far right, the darker forces are going to have a loss.
Mm-hmm.
The Five of Cups. Then I get my Patience card. Decisions to make, using your intuition, evaluating the situation. Page of Cups, more youthful, younger people, maybe free spirits, better people come in, and then a King of Cups. So that's empathetic leaders and whatnot. So this all points to better movement.
I got better government. I got that most people there just want to walk away from all the petty little fighting. And then I have the two queens. The Queen of Swords, which speaks her mind and kind of runs roughshod over people. She's upside down. The Queen of Cups is Queen of Pentacles. They want a queen that's going to invest them in their money. And then their two conclusion cards was they're going to pick people they think will do the job, will do the work that needs to get done, because they want Europe to be a happy family. We hear a lot of stuff here, but we don't have the same reality as having the Russian army on the other edge of some borders. And those countries do. And I have a friend who owns I think he finally bought it. He owns an apartment in Estonia, and he goes over and spends quite a bit of time over there. And he talks to me about how people feel about things.
Nice. Yeah, I was seeing on social media that now that Trump's a felon, he supposedly cannot enter 38 countries.
Yes, they have to give him special permission to come in.
You have to get permission to go because he's a felon now.
Mm-hmm. His passport's already been surrendered. They had all that ready just in case whatever happened.
England's economy is a dumpster fire. Okay. I hope it happens, but according to statutes, once 45 gets sentenced and meets with his probation officer, so the court statutes say in New York that you have to submit a drug test.
Oh,
I hope that happens.
did you not see Michael Cohen's interview with Nicole Wallace?
No.
He said he's really not going to like that intake interview because you have to pee into a cup in front of an officer in the court from the court.
Oh, good.
And and Michael Cohen said they don't have a lot of different rooms there to do these things. So the room he was in had mirrors on the wall. So
then why did he go to Scotland? Honestly, I don't remember him leaving the country. I thought his kids went to Scotland, England. I don't remember him going.
he can't go in. Scotland's one of the countries that has if you're a felon, you can't. If you're a convicted felon, you can't come in. So,
if he did go, he had to get permission.
well, if he was in trial, he doesn't. It's not until he's convicted.
Yeah, I haven't even seen him. I don't remember him leaving the country in the last 4 years.
I don't either.
But if he did go, I'm sure he had to get permission
from the court. Mm-hmm.
From the court. And, I mean, he's got Secret Service, so. All right. What's next?
Okay. I'm looking.
Okay, we looked at Cleta. No. Interesting question with past lives.
Okay.
45 must have, if every single person that he's interacted with throughout his lifetime, he must have a heck of a past life.
Yeah, he did. He comes out of ancient Rome. I've already done past life stuff on him. I mean, I'm gonna use the crystal tarot and ask about he and.
You know, I wouldn't think every single person in your life is a past life meeting. But let's see. Yeah, he may have went to Scotland during the E. Jean Carroll trial. I think I do remember that.
He could go. He can come and go until it's just once you're convicted, then your passport's not so good.
That's right. I do remember him crying and I wanted to be there, but yeah.
Did he go to Barron's graduation?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's right there.
Did he stay awake through the whole thing, or they have to keep nudging him?
I don't think Melania didn't look too happy. I'm sitting next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Better Times, Magician, Judge and Jury.
Boy, did they.
Okay. I don't think it's anything huge because I don't really sense it like they've had something huge together because it's a brief encounter.
Mm-hmm.
So I get the Magician and making things better, and then the Chariot. in the past position. Everything else is just about court, governmental issues.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm looking at is the past position, because this is past life we're asking.
Mm-hmm.
The magician, to me, I'm feeling like the judge in a past life manifests something to create a situation that makes it better.
Mm-hmm.
So now the judge has control over 45 in the situation. So in a past life, the judge would have had a subservient situation, and he manifested something better. So if he did, he may have been, let's say, 45 was in another situation where he was a leader or business owner or whatever. The judge was subservient to him somehow, and he manifested something better to make things better. And now with the chariot, he was in control. So it doesn't feel huge to me. Maybe he was an employee, got treated bad, and now he manifested something better. This is what it feels like to me.
I got quite the opposite. They were both involved in some pretty shady stuff. That's the five of swords, and they had to get the hell out. They had to pick it up and leave. And one of them had the gold, and it may have been her, but anyway, they were trapped for a while. That's the 8 of swords right there. But they got free. They got free in that lifetime together. And it's because they formed an alliance. They became lovers, and they watch out for each other's mutual freedom energetically. That's what I got. And I got, how's this working for him this time? Knight of Cups upside down. Knight of Coins upside down. They also had the Hermit, which means this is the period they're in right now. But there is no justice. But they are going to find the financial connection between the two of them. That's the 9 of Coins. These are all crystals. But
I would say that may more Judge Cannon, because she's helping him along.
She's helping him a lot this time. But I'm not so sure. They don't have a couple of different lifetimes of mutually showing up to help each other out, getting their energies together. And I keep telling you, I keep thinking a lot of these people come out of the Roman times, because Romans were connected to everybody. I mean, when they were doing their thing. So
makes sense. Valerie said a lot of the readers said Trump was Mussolini.
It's because he looked like him. I don't think he was.
I don't believe it either. Mostly because Trump was born a year after Mussolini died.
Mm-hmm.
And for an evil person to turn around that quick is highly unusual. And probably didn't happen. Because on the other side, you need to face your consequences. See what you did to other people. And a year's time is like a month here.
Yeah.
I don't believe Mussolini's soul would turn around that quick just to be Trump. I've never gotten that. I have seen that. But you can believe whatever you want.
And he does look like him. I mean, maybe the universe keeps sending us the same caricature energy.
Mussolini was educated. Trump is not educated.
That's true.
That's the only similarity of sorts. I think what I read, Mussolini did have some kind of faith. Trump has no faith. Like some people like Hitler and others use, religion as a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
From what I read, I think Mussolini actually had some kind of faith early on. But
do you want to ask about the January 6th decision, which will be the next thing to fall?
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. I remember I was getting, they were going to wait until this was
Trial
settled.
was over. Mm-hmm.
So it could be this week. I think I was getting last time.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to ask if it's going to be this week, and I'm going to ask if it's going to allow January 6th to go ahead. Because I still see another judgment coming. And unless they...
Yeah, I always seen another trial going
Mhm.
to happen.
Well, it could be Georgia.
I don't know if that's gonna. They might start around the election. It's meaningless, but the Georgia Supreme Court or whatever is taking up the case that try to get Fannie off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, January 6th, community question. Supreme Court decided. Will that be soon? Okay, January 6th, community. Supreme Court, SCOTUS.
Oh, crap.
When is SCOTUS? I mean, even if they decide the end of July, it could still start before the election, but it's pushing it.
Mm-hmm. What I got is soon. I got the Ace of Swords reversed, which normally I read reverses as no's, but the Ace of Swords means something that's been stuck gets moving. And the problem is Robert's trying to get them all into a boat that can float out of the court and have any kind of meaning. But he is going to get all the people together. And we're going to like the outcome. Got the Lovers and the King of Swords. And that I read that one as Jack Smith. So I think he's ready to go. I think Roberts is terrified of what they're going to do to the court if they come up with a crap-ass decision.
The devil.
So Alito showed up in your cards, huh?
Who? What?
Alito showed up in your
Oh,
cards.
yeah. God, we're finding out how much more evil he is than we knew.
When he was in college, is he older? He's, I think, younger than me. When he was in college, he was marching in a march to get the vote taken away from women. And somebody in my generation doing it. I think we're all going to pay attention next time people are put up for the Supreme Court about everything they ever did.
Well, in a sense, Thomas should have never been on there.
Oh, and McRapey should never have been on there. I like beer, Kavanaugh.
Yeah. What's surprising is that, Biden was leading the charge in the Senate when he was being confirmed. With his woman issues and whatnot come up, it should have been immediate. No.
Mm-hmm.
You're conflicted.
But people don't trust women. That's when women lie. They tell tales. Because they believe the snake.
Okay. In the past, I get secret dealings within the Supreme Court. King of Cups, Four of Wands, and the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some secret dealings in the past within the Supreme Court. King of Swords. I think that would most likely represent Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
Knight of Cups. We got some proposals going on, some workings together, and then an old crap moment.
Oh.
With the Five of Coins. Struggles. So Roberts is having struggles within the court. Moving forward here. In the end, I have a death. So here we got an ending. King of Wands and the Page of Cups. There's an offer made and it comes out. That doesn't feel too long. What jumps out at me is the death card here I got is number 9.
Mm-hmm.
So June 9th? When is that? Is that a weekend?
Yeah.
9 days?
Mm-hmm.
It's the 11th. I don't know. It doesn't feel too far off, but an agreement is made and it comes to an end. So it doesn't feel too far off. And it looks favorable. Because I got 2 offer cards. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups. Those are all proposals and offers made. On the bottom, I had the Queen of Wands. There's a creative idea coming in from women.
I got on the bottom of my deck was the 4 of Swords reversed, which means they're coming out of their period of rest.
Who's death? Death is just the ending of the situation of the immunity question.
Although Clarence isn't looking so good, so.
The leader should have a heart attack yet.
What is it Mary Margaret? Is that Alito's wife's name? Something like that?
Mary
Yep.
Margaret Ann or something like that?
Yeah, you have to call her both names or she won't acknowledge you.
Highly doubtful. They'll make a decision by end of Jan. It would be highly unusual. I guess they could blow it off this session. Very well.
Well, if they blow it off this session, then I think Schumer and Durbin will decide. I think some of the reason people keep saying, why aren't the Dems pushing harder? Why aren't they having hearings? I think they're giving them a chance to try and do it in a reasonable time frame and wanted to wait to the end of the trial in New York. But, you know, if you push them hard enough, they will do what you don't want them to do.
So usually, I found out that usually they release opinions Tuesday and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
Usually. But I doubt it'll happen after. Because when the next sessions start in October.
In October 1st.
Yeah, October.
When they end in.
So no, I think that it could come this week or next week. I don't think they're going to wait till the end.
The first Monday in October is that there's a book about the Supreme Court called that.
Okay. Carl asked about some questions. Will China take over Taiwan or war breaking out in the Philippines? Do you see the end of the Chinese government party? Okay. I don't think China is going to take over Taiwan. They're going to push them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I see them push. I mean, we toss the cards and see, but I don't feel that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the end of the Chinese Communist Party, not for like 80 years. A long time.
And they're
not war in the Philippines. I do not see war in the Philippines.
You were in the Navy, weren't you, Scott?
Air Force.
Air Force. Okay. Do you know how much military we still have in the Philippines? I mean,
a lot. That was the biggest air base ever.
Yeah, they don't.
They closed it down, but that was that.
It's
Clark Air Base was the biggest air base ever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what else they got there. I don't know, but I've been there. There's probably Navy there, but we've been more. I don't know why they shut it down. Honestly, I never looked, but I think we're more engaged in the Philippines again.
We should have Sean back on. He spent his formative years in high school and went to college in Guam.
That's right. He told me.
He's been in the Philippines. He's been in the Koreas. He's been in a lot of Southeast Asia. And he still has friends that are over there, and he hears a whole lot of stuff we don't hear.
9.
Including the fact China's in a lot worse shape than we're ever told.
Okay. I think a lot of this is I do have battle cards to focus on. But 6 of Wands is a victory, but that's also a battle card. And the Knight of Swords in the bottom of the deck is a battle card.
Mm-hmm.
Surrounding them are like new roads and paths, but a lot of deception with the Seven of Swords. So it's like everything is a disinformation op kind
Mhm.
of thing. It's like just muddy the waters and scare people. Moving forward, there's diplomacy here. The Empress, the Magician, Five of Wands. There's diplomacy here coming from higher sources. The Five of Wands is kind of like breaking through the problems.
Right.
And in the end, I have Three of Cups, a celebration, 10 of Coins, division of spoils, wealth, and Six of Coins, agreements, giving and receiving. So my cards show those tensions, right?
Right.
With that Six of Wands and Knight of Swords together, that's like a great victory and tensions. Five of Wands are tensions, but diplomacy. My past cards show like China coming up as the emperor,
Mhm.
wanting to control everything. I don't think China's well off financially, so they cannot
They can't control big chunks of their own people. I mean,
control
they
it.
can. I mean, you can only kill so many off, and then you don't have anybody left to do anything.
So I don't see it happening. I think we're going to be, after all this other nonsense going on now,
Mhm.
Israel, Ukraine, after they get these settled, I don't, things will calm down, I think.
Mhm.
What do your cards say?
My cards say that it begins and ends with two men that are standing on their heads and don't have the best intentions. And what happens in between is new ideas come forward, which the the Four of Cups, and then the Three of Wands, which is everybody all getting in the same boat and sort of figuring it out. And then at the end, it's a woman who has money who makes some decisions that help brink not have it go to the brink. But I don't think it's going to go to the brink. I don't think either of those two men have the power to make it go to the brink.
Thank you, Carl. Good question. What does MAGA really see in Trump? Oh my God. That's going deep.
Okay, I'm going to use an oracle deck. That's a new one I have.
Oh, what does MAGA really?
They're cool cards. They're circular.
Oh yeah.
What does MAGA? Maybe it's a mean thing to do to you cards, but what does MAGA see in Trump?
What?
I said, what?
No, this question just popped up. I had to look at it. A psychic said this week that Israel is actually fighting control of a Stargate. God, no. That psychic needs to seek help. That's all I'm going to say.
I tell you what, there's a called Dr. Gale. Go talk to Dr. Gale about that. She knows about all the people that fly around up there, and I think she would have mentioned.
Yeah, there was a lot of that nonsense about why Russia invaded, that there was a Stargate or some kind of portal in the bombing range in Ukraine. That's why they wanted it. I'm like, that is such nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
An ET portal Stargate, that's what they're going to go for. Why they're fighting. No.
Well, I got a simple answer about the dumpster. they see sacred healing, which is true. A bunch of them think he's Christ and God and everything else all rolled into one. But I'm going to see why they see that.
All right.
And stone in the middle is malachite, which is a beautiful stone. And they're seeking to find a way to create healing from an imbalance in their own systems that affects all levels of body, mind, and spirit. Our bodies have an incredible awareness, and they want to heal themselves, but we tend to hold on to old emotions and thoughts, which would be totally what he makes them think.
Mm-hmm.
Whether your healing isn't physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, you're encouraged to look at it through new thought forms, old beliefs and emotions you may be holding on to, which are bringing you sickness. If the one thing is out of alignment, it can affect all the others. And then this tells how to use the malachite to balance and use drumming and doing physical things. They're not going to do anything physical. They want Big Daddy to come fix them.
Yeah. You got her done?
That's it.
All right. I grabbed my Oracle deck.
Mm-hmm. Good.
So, the first one is you have the power within you to ask the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? To me, this is Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I have the power. I can do it for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I have open your mind, teach by experience, learn daily. These supporters are still young souls. They don't have the comprehension of discerning right from wrong, what's actually there, because the last card explains that. It's here's Egypt, right? The past, the learning, everything you've done within your soul.
Right.
So the card says the mysteries of your soul are within your choices, deja vu, interests, and dreams. Okay. And this is all about your life experiences, your soul's growth, and what you've learned, what you take in. You aren't, let's say, it could be people that came back from, Hitler's experience, coming back again, not learning their lessons and believing this nonsense. So it's just, they don't comprehend. They don't understand that you're being fooled. It's the Jim Jones effect, that thing. This is the souls are not there. That's what they see in them. And like you said, too, he can be their savior.
And they don't have to do anything. They can still hang on. The problem with that card is it only heals you if you let go of your old beliefs. If you want to hang on to your old beliefs, you're not going anywhere.
So it's hard lessons. I believe Caligula could be a better one. He fits Caligula as a T.
No, young Trump might. Caligula never got old and fat like fat Trump.
Oh, what the heck. I'll pull 3 oracle cards on Caligula.
Oh, dear. Okay. I hate to do this. You're such a lovely deck, but
he pushes fear.
He could be Caligula. Caligula killed his own mother. He's a nice guy.
And he was into incest.
Yep. Well, that was.
Fear will be your downfall.
Ah.
So we got someone of power pushing fear on others. You're not learning your life lesson.
Oh,
And then I have the Oracle Tower.
mm-hmm.
Unexpected changes of the tower happening. So what does that mean of Caligula?
He was a seriously sick dude.
I don't think directly. I kind of am getting the sense of aspects. Because I think like some of these Roman empires, their soul kind of feels like it's split up to other people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's aspects or pieces of soul broken off into different people. Because I'm not sensing like a boom, yes, but it's kind of like pieces went here, pieces went there. So it's just part of the whole process of evil people doing the same things in a different life.
No, what I got was I asked if it was Caligula, and it said no. It said Caligula wanted to come back, but he was never really allowed to come back in full power. But who was it? And then I thought, well, it was somebody near him, and it was one of his chief lieutenants.
Mm.
And he hung around and watched what happened. And he's trying to change the fate. He's trying to change how the sword was used. So, but he came in for the money. And 2 aces in that. I think that's probably true. It's probably someone who stood by and watched. And I can do it better, and I won't get caught.
And that can be a sense that's very true, that some types of evil that aren't learning may never be able to come back again.
Mm-hmm.
And but their soul is still in the atmosphere, in the heaven realm, whatever, it can break apart.
Their friends are all male.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Not the state one, unless they broke a federal law doing it, and they were real careful. That's part of what Bragg was doing, was making sure. Because remember, the feds had a chance to work with the same set of facts, and because Barr was in charge of the Justice Department, they passed it over, and they actually let the facts go, so it fell to the state. If anything was going to be done, it was going to be done on the state level. I can read the cards, but they're going to tell me that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Okay.
I think they're by then. Jury selection for Hunter Biden's trial.
I'm going to use another oracle card because my poor card's feeling very beat up by all this political stuff.
Honestly, I can't believe this trial is even going forward. No one's ever went to trial who's paid back their taxes.
Paid back the taxes. Were not, didn't even have ammunition for the gun they supposedly that he owned. I mean, I don't know if he was intending to beat them up with the butt of the gun, but I'm pulling one oracle card on jury selection for Hunter tomorrow. And I'm asking it to give us all a message we need to hold on to. So. Okay. What I got was, this is my archangel. This is Archangel Haniel. She's also the moon. And the message from her, this oracle deck you can read reversed. It's the only one I know that you can feel that way. And it says, when there's Haniel's up and she's upside down like this, it says that this trial is going to be ordinary, blocked, disheveled, and an embarrassment to all who watch it. So
Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, it shows to me it's a frivolous case.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's brought out by ill intent. It's more of a public nuisance type of case. So I have my Dark Times card, the Sword of Truth, new idea, and then my 4 or 5 of Cups is all about grief and sadness and pain and unloved.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it feels like it just came out. Then I have King of Swords, Page of Cups, and the 6 of Swords. That means getting better. It could be the Judge or the King of Swords. Page of Cups is being helpful, linking things together. It's offers, but Judge, offer, getting better. And then the end, I do have the struggle card, the 5 of Coins. 10 of Coins is financial success, and King of Cups. Strange outcome card. On the bottom, Knight of Swords. Question: what will the outcome?
Mm-hmm.
There's too many good cards here to say that he loses completely.
I think the fact he has to go through it at all.
I mean, he's losing money, just by going through it with the 5 of Coins.
Some of the June books are pretty thick too.
Well, my outcome for that, I pulled Archangel Zadkiel.
I'm gonna
And
try one more.
He's the one who brings it in. Destiny, pride, consciousness, and forgiveness. I think he's going to walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one more for.
Okay.
So there's loss there, but I see success.
I was looking at the jury, and the jury is going to be ordinary, blocked, and like, why the hell am I sitting here?
The one card is King of Wands, so I think he comes victorious.
Okay.
That they figured out it's, frivolous. It should never brought, and I think that'll probably brought up.
Yeah. When you read with the Archangel deck, you don't expect to get a card that says bullshit. So I do have that in it.
Very good point. He asked about my daughter. Yes. Last Thursday.
Yes. I still didn't have power. I had to look at the picture on my phone.
Last Tuesday, 2/18, my daughter had her son, 20 and a half inches,
That's good.
7 pounds, 15 ounces. Yes. After I'm down here, I'm going to go see him.
Good. Let mama sleep.
She sent a picture this morning that they're both napping. So they'll probably be awake by the time they get there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then my other daughter's due in under 2 weeks.
Well, I finished one baby blanket, sort of. I don't have the edging on it, so these kids may have to carry their baby blanket across the high school graduation stage.
Happy and healthy, everything's good.
Mm-hmm.
They both look like little cutie patooties. Okay. Next. Yeah. So, yeah, Mike Johnson stated that he's talked with the Supreme Court and he has full faith in the Supreme Court, saying things a Speaker of the House should never say.
Mm-hmm.
And should have no contact with the Supreme Court.
Nope.
So, I think it's more about his comments.
Well, even if I don't care really what his comment was, that's just, it's not appropriate with what's going on. I mean, it's just not. So,
Not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, I don't know if there's really a question there.
Yeah, the guy's a creep. We know he's a creep. He lies and he does creepy things to stay being creepy. He works for a business that's financed by Russian money. I mean, what more do we need to know about this man?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I could say something terrible like maybe he laid hands on and we won't discuss where.
Yikes.
See, that's why you don't want to crawl around in my mind, guys.
You're
That's
right.
Rose Blue.
You're right, Rose.
And Rose lives in Texas. She has a jackass meter on her. Everybody who lives here does.
I don't think they met.
No.
I think he may have a contact he may text with or maybe call, like an aide. Because, I seen on Twitter, some investigative reporters found that Mike Lee's family has clerks for, Utah senator.
Mm-hmm.
There's all these connections within the GOP that are clerking for Thomas and Alito.
Mm-hmm.
So like Mike Lee's son is clerking for Alito or something like that. They're all corrupt. Okay, CC. Did Haley and DeSantis money backers tell them to support him because they won't get the nomination? Did Haley
Support Trump
support Trump?
because he won't be getting the nomination. I got the most interesting Facebook post, and it was a long article on how to weed out conspiracy theories. Take them apart.
That'd be real.
This one heads in the right direction. Now, what I really want to know is why is DeSantis unloading Epstein's papers 2 days before the Republican convention? I find that one fascinating, and that's been announced.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be two booms at once. He gets sentenced and the Epstein papers come out. Yeah, that's another thing about MAGA. They totally didn't deny 45 was ever friends with him.
And there's pictures all over the place. It's Photoshop.
Oh, it's nuts. I don't know. Republicans are a mess. That's all. How about the billionaires vowing to financially support convicted felon? Yeah.
These are the same ones that on the 8th of January said they were pulling all their funding from, and they did. They pulled their funding from the Republican Party and everything. And they've slowly been being wooed back.
I'm surprised they don't see it as a waste of money, but they want to keep their taxes low.
It's not just keeping their taxes low. When I ran races, even though I had people who were not in the back pocket of the, I can't remember what it's called, the Citizens Council. But anyway, it's a bunch of white people. It used to be the Klan. And they now run parts of, I'm this for entertainment purposes only, but they run parts of the city and they benefit heavily. Well, Harlan Crow is part of them. So, but you get money from they give to every candidate. So they have a buy-in. And if you don't have money to buy in, show up with your body and show and work and walk and talk and support your candidates that way, because that means more to getting more people out than a lot of their big donor dollars do.
Yeah, that's a big one, Larry. We need to get that overturned. Biggest corruption scandal ever.
Yep.
Keep going on, Clarence. Manifest, pray, be your best self. Love to you, buddy.
You're probably sleeping better at night than people that watch the news.
Speaking of this mega furious of the jury, I see it may have been the good liars or whatever, and you know, that do these little clips of interviewing MAGA. It was hilarious. This one guy was all upset. Why are all these college kids voting for Biden? I don't get it. And he's not a college person.
You mean he looks like he didn't maybe make it to the 8th grade?
Yes.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't get it. What are they teaching in that college? It's like, oh my God. Because
They're not teaching you how to make your $100,000 debt go away overnight. Let me tell you.
He's just making his own point. It's like, because you're not an educated person. It's like in that movie, The Water Boy. I wasn't born with a fully functional brain. We can win. Oh, good Lord, these people.
Well,
yeah, there's a lot of MAGA tears in the coffee on Friday or whenever it was. Yeah.
Well, Tim Scott, the chief biscuit maker of the Senate, and I didn't know where that term came from. Someone finally explained it to me. In the old days, when the slaves would run away, when they get close to the borderline, the guys who were trying to trap them, they'd have a friendly slave who was helping them, and they'd have him make biscuits. And the smell of the food would draw the people over, and he'd lure them in, and then they'd get sent back where they were supposed to be. So those slaves that sold out their own people were called biscuit makers. And there's somebody I know who calls Tim Scott the chief biscuit maker of the Senate.
Oh. These people.
Well, it's like the women who go and vote for these clowns, and like, you think your body has the same structure I have. We need special doctors to take part of this. You know, we need to train them. They need to be able to have every tool in their bag. I don't know, but Israel wants a ceasefire. It's only Netanyahu and a couple of his people who are not. So what are we going to pull for this? Oh, we're going to go back to the angels because
So Biden and Blinken and everyone over there is pushing hard for a ceasefire and agreement.
So Europe.
The Israel people want that. I guess there was an aid that's an agreement, but it's to get Bibi.
It's Netanyahu. That's the problem. Bibi. Any man who has a name Bibi. I don't.
Yeah, all these guys are just ridiculous. Going on Fox News, Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, MTG, Josh Hawley, Ted Cruz. They're all just spilling nonsense. It's just sad to see senators not taking anything serious.
I know. Or throwing water on,
Who's
I
the
wish we could have seen that trial, but it sounds like
Tom Cotton too?
Oh God, yeah, he's useless. He comes from a useless state that wants to put children in danger working in meatpacking plants. Well, they want to, they're doing it,
A lot of those fools are lawyers themselves, and they know better. It's ridiculous. Okay, Israel. MAGA misfits. Yeah, I betcha. Yeah, I'm using big cards on this one. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God. Bibi has got a lot of anxiety hanging over him. And the moon. I think he's going crazy.
Going.
Well, it's getting worse. We said before we believe he was instrumental in this. 7 of Wands defending himself. 10 of Cups, keep his family in order. A lot of defending. That's in the past. He wanted to keep. He was defending his happy home, in the past, being it, keeping his world in order, not to get convicted, whatnot. And then 6 of coins, shuffling of money, the moon, and the 9 of cups. It feels kind of the same as that past reading, because this is kind of like the present. This 6 of coins has a justice symbol on it, and so it's the balance of scales. So he doesn't want to tip his own world. He's going nuts because it's out of control, and it's like, how can I have this celebration? And moving forward here, 3 of Swords, heartbreak. 8 of Wands, the energy is moving towards him getting prosecuted.
That's right.
It's still his biggest worry. He's just worried about justice coming up on him, and there's a lot of pressure. Outcome. We have cooperation deal. 2 of Cups. Knight of Coins, an agreement. And the 4 of Swords. That feels like Bibby. He could be ill, but he's gonna have to lay down that sword.
Yep.
I see a deal happening.
Yeah, I got it first. I got be the real you reversed. And when that's reversed, it means that a lot of stuff's going on. They're feeling trapped, shallow, conformity, and closeted, that he's really trying to run away from this. But what's going to happen that's going to change it right now is communication. This is everybody sitting around. Actually, they're playing the telephone game around a campfire. But what it says is that communication brings accuracy, expression, intimacy, and honesty. And the outcome is Raziel the Rainbow, which is
Good.
Enlightened, adaptable, soulful, and connected. But he ain't going down easy. You're going to have to get BB to rip off his suit and show who he really is, and he doesn't want to do that.
What in the world was Haley thinking?
She wasn't.
What, supporting Trump again?
Yeah. Her family in India is entwined with the prime minister over there, who's also a fascist. So,
yeah, it's all her. She's got no soul either. She would have been a bad candidate. Bibby's a demon. It's just like Trump, all out for himself.
If Trump had to start a war and blow us all up to save his butt from going to jail, he'd do it. I mean, in a New York minute.
What's
He would do it in New York because he is.
What's Nikki Haley's legal name? Is that what it is, Rose?
Yeah, her
Nimrata something.
Yeah, it's
Indian, isn't it?
Yep. Well, the Haley is her husband's married name, and that's her married name.
No. You need a ton of finances to form his old MAGA party.
Also, Water Lily, there's it's enormously complicated to get on the ballot as an independent candidate. And the parties did that on purpose. I mean, they make it as hard as possible and as expensive as possible. And in many states, he wouldn't be able to be on the ballot at all because they've already named, what's going to be on the ballot. So, no.
It's possible. Let's see. Thanks, Cece. Nimarata Rowa Randua Haley, something like that. Okay. Is the GOP going to stick with 45 at the convention?
Okay.
So much going to go on within the next 7 weeks. Is the GOP? Well, it's almost like half the Republicans are already saying it.
Is she asking us, is there a chance the GOP won't nominate Trump? Or, okay. I just want to make sure I'm answering the right question.
Heck, Romney at the last moment wanted to bow out because of all the backlash of some comment he made like a month prior or whatever.
Well, I got it. Wishful thinking. I got it. They're in a powerless position, and there are many among them that would wish that it would happen. But then I get no, because they won't accept the justice. No, because they won't accept how much of an end this is. 10 of Swords always means it's not just dead; it's like really dead, and that it's just going to hurt them in the long run. So I got no, there's no possibility.
Denise Seville sees Haley as the nominee. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Past position, they would love to move on from him.
He's got all their money.
We got a lot of 6s here in the past position. But this is saying they would love to move on from him. So it's like protection, movement, trying to go in a bit different direction with my angelic card. 6 of Swords is moving on to better times. Currently, we have a Queen of Wands. Could be Haley, but it's some kind of strategic woman. Confidence. Page of Swords, someone younger, a charmer. And then I have the oh crap card with 5 of coins. Problems here. Or health. Oddly enough, I have every 3 bad health card in my deck. So I think there's some health issues coming up with him. Big time prior in the next month. In the end, King of Swords. We have lawyers. We have possibly Jack Smith. King of Cups, empathetic leader. And then we have a huge loss, the 5 of Cups. Reflecting grief, evaluate sadness. So I think at this point, because I was just thinking up to the nomination process. He probably gets nominated. But there's so much uncertainty after that. I'd have to throw another round to get into it more.
What I got is there's no way to walk away from the storm they're in right now. They don't have the control to do it. But then I saw someone getting imprisoned.
Good.
Trapped by their own stuff. And somebody else feeling like they have to come in and build a new wall to protect them. And they ended up, the question was, could Haley be the next nominee on the ballot? So. You want me to look at it?
You had the Queen of Wands, so it's like possibly Haley, since she got the most other votes, is a backup plan.
And
But this
She
is
has,
this is what 45 is hitting right now. Severe health issues and downfalls. Those
Mhm,
three all came up. These are my three worst health cards in my deck.
mhm.
He's going to get hit hard. So if you're right now, the energy feels like they're going to come up to the convention and nominate him.
Mhm.
But something else is going to happen prior. Maybe he gets severely ill, locked up, something.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'm asking if he's going to make it to November.
Try that one. Reshuffle.
But I got things we don't know that are going on. And then I got the same card I got in the other one. Someone walking away because of illness. And then right in the middle, I've got the devil. That in my deck, that's the devil, materialism. That's where you focus on everything but your spirit. And it's because of the hierarchy that's there. They don't want to let him go. But I see it's clearly something with his heart, his cardiovascular system.
Is 45 going to make it?
So I guess the question would be then who's his VP? Because that's who would be
Oh, that's true.
if he's not there.
Sure. Right now, my guy just saying he's not there. Because I'm asking and show me.
Mm-hmm.
It's blank.
Maybe the future doesn't know yet, or maybe there's too many options and too many things between here and there.
I got 45s restricted by a judge, and then I had the Queen of Wands popping up again. That possibly the VP or whoever is. Oops. Okay. Queen of Wands,
Mm-hmm.
8 of Swords, King of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
Very well could be locked up and restricted. And then I do have my Grim Reaper card.
Yep.
The Devil, Death. 5 of Wands, Devil, Death. The Grim Reaper and Spirits. Lack of energy with the 5 of Wands. Obstacles. And then my Strength card. The 4-5 of Cups with Grief. And the King of Wands. An intelligent leader. He very well might not be there. Right now, the energy towards him, he may be in a different place.
Not that we would ever wish anyone ill.
And this is showing either a doctor or a lawyer sending him to a restricted place.
Mm-hmm.
We shall see. But this next 5 months are not going to be good for him. On the bottom of the deck, I have the King of Coins. It's usually him. Not good. I went into Trump's health after the conviction. Heart, brain, vascular. You're probably right.
Trust me, she's the one who reached out and helped me when I was getting the weird rays coming in from the sun when we were having all this, which we had another mass coronal ejection. I'm tired of just go to the center of the planet and leave me out of it. Just kind of
Shoot.
yeah,
Shoot, Ray.
get rid of them damn photons.
All right, Kathy. We were discussing that earlier behind the scenes.
But we can't find the laws the state set up where they talk about convicts and felon behavior. it's all aimed at who's voting. It's not aimed at who's on the ballot. The ballots, they have guidelines that they set. You have to have so many signatures, you have to blah blah blah, but they don't have a thing about, I guess most people didn't think we'd have felons running for things. Who knows? I mean, that's just a thought. Maybe you don't want people that are convicted running for office, but
Yeah. So I seen someone on Twitter that's a reporter from Washington State, and they claim that a felon cannot be on the November ballot. I looked up my state, and it's complicated, but it mostly talks about state and local cannot be a felon and run for a seat. So there possibly could be some election challenges. That person was watching and said she reached out to the Secretary of State, and that voters have to bring a challenge to a court to this, and it's possible.
Well, I think in the state of Texas, for the Republicans, it's a requirement. That's why we got Paxton, who's trying to outrun his trial.
This is true. A felon has a hard time getting a job, but he can be a nomination president. No problem.
Yeah, well, people don't usually like to hire people who are wearing Depends. No offense to people who wear Depends. But what do you want to do? How we feel in January, Scott? That gives it far enough away.
Yeah, I'm going to say Christmas.
Okay.
Because December 14th they had the certification. Right. There could be a massive challenges again. So let's go after December 14th.
I'm going to go January because by then people are out of there. Also, a lot of people carry a lot of psychological scars about Christmas. So we're gonna go
January 8th.
Well, we feel better than we felt 4 years ago. While you people are waiting for us to lay down our cards, if you haven't subscribed to our channels, please go subscribe to Nancy Jean's Garden or Spiritual Essence.
The odd thing, I'm always worried about timing and whatnot, but I seen the same thing, Gino. Something major happens around his birthday,
which is real soon.
It's coming up, and then getting worse around July 4th or something. So, but this is something I seen years ago, and who knows on timing, right? Hits or whatever come in when they're supposed to, but you very well could be right, because I sense something like that too. Okay, go back to that one. Okay, the energy after the election in January 2025.
Well, my first reading is we're so shell-shocked. The world's gonna really be in a great shape, but we're gonna be hanging in there because we don't quite trust it. But the hard times, the bad stuff's gone. We're walking away from battles, but we still have PTSD from what we've been through for the last 8 years.
Yep.
That's how I feel we're going to be. So I'm going to pull an oracle card to get a overall.
So that's where I was getting the first card. It's kind of like there's a lot of anxiety and angst until like Biden comes in, is sworn in kind of thing. For a winner, that's all about that. Trying to get over those concerns and make decisions later. Need some more sleep. Whatever. I have Biden coming in and the Wheel of Fortune. The King of Some are honorable, someone devoted, mature, warm-hearted. And then the Wheel of Fortune, delays are over, unexpected good luck. So I think everything's going to be fine, but there's probably going to be more MAGA chaos.
Well, all those idiots on Fox News saying stock market's going to crash. It went up 575 points, the fastest rise that it had since God was not running it. Okay, let's see here.
It's amazing how Fox News is still in business.
Oh no, it's not. There's that many people that want to be afraid. It makes them wake up every day. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Okay. But I pulled Oracle cards for January.
Thanks, Water Lily. That's so
Yeah, thank you, Water Lily. I got Intention, which is a beautiful card. And it's Pyrite, which is grounding. When you've called this card into your awareness, it's to highlight the powerful new energy of intention. You are the creator of your own world and destiny and can manifest through your own thoughts and hearts desired what you want. Have you been feeling a little off track? Yeah, for the last 12 years. And unsure of your intention. If your energy was scattered, now is the time to gather it together. And 2 cards fell out at the same time. And the next one I think is really important because I think it's where we are going astrologically, if no other way. Divine Feminine.
June 14th is his birthday, Rose.
Yeah, it's for you have attracted this card today with the invitation to open your divine feminine to the essence into many deeper levels. Both women and men hold within them the energy of the feminine, and you are currently entering into a stage where it's a powerful energy to assist you in the world and the current situation. It takes away masks, opens up all facets, and when we honor it and welcome this energy in our lives, we open it up to the depth of trust we have not had. So that's how we're going to feel on a spiritual level in January. Scott's looking for questions.
Yeah. I mean, we're already at 1:30 almost.
Okay.
There's 2 more starred.
Okay.
What's the outcome of Jonathan Turley? He's just been spilling nonsense.
Which kind of nonsense? Fox,
and the outcome, it kind of hits home a little bit. It feels like with like this guy lied. That's not what happened, but he may not be on the shows as much anymore. That kind of feeling.
Okay. I don't watch them. If something
I don't either, but he was on constantly saying there's no case. It'll be a mistrial. I didn't even listen to clips. I just read comments because I ain't gonna listen to full. But yeah, it feels like there's repercussions for what he said.
Okay.
And the last question, Josh
Hawley's just trying to get in the news.
Announcing the U.S. military involved in it. Oh my God, he's pushing out that kind of nonsense.
We're not there.
It's all fundraising most likely.
Mm-hmm.
If you probably go to his website, you probably see what he's pushing for donations.
Mm-hmm.
That's just horrible to say things that aren't true like that. Okay, you pretty much gave a pretty good inspirational read with that last one. You even need to do another one.
Oh, we can always do another one.
All right, the week ahead. The
Okay.
energy for the week ahead.
Okay.
So you're getting moving on your 9 candle stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, as you will find out when we tape your show. Guys, I really did it this time so that I wouldn't stress myself out. I had people arrange this whole week only to wake up on Tuesday morning and have no computers or nothing. And there's no way I can tape the 9 candles unless I have all my goodies and stuff. So everybody, for the most part, I've got 2 people left that I have to book, but everybody's booked, ready to go. The one person I have to get a hold of, talk to Kim at Intuitive View. She said yes the day that my computers went down, so that didn't help me a whole lot. But so I'm going to tell you the crystal energy you need to. Can you get Josh Hawley off the screen, please?
Oh, sorry. I thought I didn't have them on there. That is a scary thought.
I don't want people thinking I'm pulling a lovely crystal card for Josh Hawley.
And it is Pride Month. Forgot to mention.
It is Pride Month.
It was on my thumbnail. Happy Pride Month.
It was not. Mine was 2 little tiny hands that were too small to fit in the cufflinks.
Yeah, I've seen that. Dream come true.
That was my thumbnail. I had another one of him in an orange suit, but it didn't fit in the thing. So I can get to Oompa Loompa him. And we pulled Opal. Whoopa. And Opal holds within it the magic of joy and the love of the cosmos. It invites us, encourages us to lighten up, relax, have more fun. Remember, you're the pure essence of the organic nature, and you should strive to feel joy. And what Opal will bring out for us is, I don't memorize these books, guys. Allows you to experience love, joy, and pure essence of the soul, used by the Aboriginals for Dreamtime ceremonies to support and strengthen your vision quest. Activates the thymus and allows you to enter into a sacred space of love and joy. Enhances joy, spontaneity, and flow. Encourages you to engage in all the vibrant energy of life. Well, you're going to have that all because you're going to go see your grandbaby.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think the biggest 3 card to come out here is the star.
Mm-hmm.
It says, dreams come true. Believe in yourself in the end of a difficult situation.
Mm-hmm.
But before the star comes out, Archangel Jophiel,
Mm-hmm.
the page of Michael, page of swords, and the 2 of Gabriel, 2 of wands.
Mm-hmm.
So these are exciting challenges ahead. We all have it. What it takes to succeed. There's bold and ambitious choices ahead, and great progress makes all things possible with partnerships. So I think the message this week is mostly dreams come true.
Yeah, that's Haniel. That's my archangel.
And it says Jophiel.
Jophi. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Well,
that says Jophiel, but
yeah.
I mean, the Orange Menace is convicted now. It can't be changed, so it's a process moving forward. The star could mean the end of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Or we get to focus on new things.
yeah, the focus on new things, and maybe Supreme Court does do it this week, which would be beautiful. Things are going to happen more positively this week. Well, we don't have to focus on what's going to happen in the trial.
Nope.
Good days ahead. So, blessings everyone for coming.
Yes.
It was a good show.
Mm-hmm. And just, now you don't have to wake up every morning and saying, what's going on with the trial? You can go on with your life.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, thumbs up. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Everyone have a blessed day. I'm going to go see my grandbaby.
I'm going to be back on Tuesday.
And
I'm
going
to have Adam Free on, who's an astrologer. We're going to talk about things. Some stars are moving.
Adam Freon. Haven't heard that fella.
He's very nice.
Cool. I would assume you're going to bring a nice person on.
No, I brought on some little rats too. Go back and look at some of my old shows.
Whoop.
I have a woman where the sound went out. I took it down because she went. Then as soon as the sound went down, she went in and started talking about all the stuff I told her we really didn't need to speak about. It stayed up about 15 minutes, and I went and took it right out of my channel because don't do that. Because what she was saying was foolish. It's not things people need to hear.
Okay. I'll get a good picture and put it on my community page.
What do you need a good picture on your? Oh, of the baby.
Yeah, the babies.
Take a picture of my 47-year-old baby. Today's her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yes. Anyway, well, everybody have a good Sunday. And I hope the tornadoes stay away from us, Rose, and all the other Texans. Oh, God. That was 500,000 in just Dallas. That was not Houston. Houston still was out when Dallas got hit. So parts of
Crazy times.
we don't have climate change.
No, not at all. Only two last week. Two Iowa towns got destroyed by a tornado.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing going on. Luckily, not a lot of lives lost. Thank God.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Blessings, everyone. See ya.